when she looked me in the eye and said, "You don't fit my style. That's why I don't bring you around my friends." It felt like the ground was ripped out from under me. I had given her my time, my heart, my loyalty, yet she reduced me to some unfashionable accessory that didn't match her image. At first, the words crushed me. I asked if she truly meant it, and she nodded, casual and careless, as if I should have known my place all along. She told me my clothes weren't good enough, that I wasn't flashy enough to stand beside her in her high-status circle. Her voice dripped with arrogance. And right there, I saw it clearly. She saw me as disposable. That night, I didn't argue. I didn't shed a tear. I just smiled and told her, "You're right." She thought I had surrendered, but the truth was, I was already planning something much bigger than she could ever imagine. What she never knew was that while she chased appearances, I was quietly building something real. My plain clothes and simple lifestyle weren't because I was broke. I had been investing, growing my wealth, keeping it private. I never needed to flaunt it. But now, I knew exactly how to use that fact against her. Over the next month, I pulled back. I pretended to care while slowly creating distance. I let her believe she still had control, that she could keep belittling me. Meanwhile, I was setting the stage. I upgraded my wardrobe, refined my look, and began stepping into the very social spaces she always bragged about but could never access. The night of the big event came, an exclusive party she once dreamed of attending. I walked in wearing a tailored suit, stepping out of a car she never even knew I owned. Conversations hushed, eyes followed me, whispers spread. And I wasn't alone. On my arm was a woman who valued me for who I was, not for what I wore. That's when I saw her. She was there too, clinging to a man who clearly fit her style. But the moment her eyes landed on me, pure shock. Her friends rushed over to greet me, showering me with compliments, while she stood frozen, ignored, her mouth slightly open. Later she tried to approach me, forcing a smile. "You look different," she said, almost stammering. I smiled back. "No, I've always been like this. You just never cared enough to see it." Her new man barely noticed her, too busy showing off himself. And the more her friends celebrated me, the more invisible she became. Soon, the story spread. She wasn't the glamorous woman with style. She was the one who tossed away someone real for shallow appearances. A few days later, she called me, her voice heavy with regret. She said she missed me, that she realized she was wrong. I actually laughed out loud. "You told me I didn't match your style," I reminded her. "And you were right. My style is loyalty, respect, and success. Yours is fake smiles and shallow love. We were never a match." Then I hung up. Her friends eventually cut ties, tired of her pretension. Meanwhile, I climbed higher, respected, admired, thriving. She ended up in the very place she feared most, alone, embarrassed, and forgotten. Her insult became my fuel. She thought she could reduce me to nothing, but instead, she awakened a side of me she never deserved. My revenge wasn't loud or violent. It was living the life she wanted but could never have, while she faded into the background. Months later, I heard her so-called stylish boyfriend had left her. She was back to a quiet, unimpressive life, the same kind she once mocked me for. And I was surrounded by people who valued more than appearances, living proof that I had always been worth more. Sometimes I think about her words. "You don't match my style." She was right, just not in the way she thought. I never match her shallow world, and I never will. My greatest revenge wasn't proving her wrong. It was proving to myself that I was always destined for better. Every success I have now reminds me that walking away was the sweetest victory of all.